Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at the release of Aquatico. Previously on the channel, we took a first look at the demo, and now the game is finally here as of today. So check it out with the link down below in the description. Today's episode is also sponsored by the makers of Aquatico as well, so if you'd like to get in on the action, check that link down below in the description. This is a post-apocalyptic colony city builder that of course takes place after the Earth's destruction, or at least the surface. If you're familiar with games like Soma, or if you played a little bit of Subnautica, the story and some of the buildings will be familiar to you, as of course we need to build production facilities underwater, cruise quarters, and of course build defenses too. Now Earth has been destroyed by a giant asteroid strike, so similar to Soma, we have to build a deep underwater base in order to basically protect ourselves from toxins and radioactivity and whatnot, but it still is under the ocean too, so this is kind of humanity's last refuge from destruction. We're going to start a new game here today and try to build a base to survive underwater, and we can of course name our subsurface colony, and there's no other better name for this colony than New Raptoria, so go ahead and get it going down below in the comments section. Glory to Raptoria. We're going to start with a faction banner, which of course represents the different things we can do in this game. Production, technology, and also defense. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and probably go with the official logo of Aquatico, as you see up at the top there, and we'll probably go with something that pops, like a yellow color or something. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, we can also choose different maps in this game, which also adjust the difficulty. There's kind of difficulty settings based on where you start your map or where you build your city within the map itself, and also the map that you choose. So here we have the shallow reef, which I believe was present in the demo, difficulty normal, but there's many other maps with different sizes, different challenges of the landscape, and also different resources that are present in those landscapes too. So based on what we go with, it'll kind of change how things play out for us, and of course how big our base is. It's not just going to be one square of the map, it could be sprawling across the whole map, building piping networks and more across the map. Let's go with the sunken reef. We'll go ahead and choose that one, and we can also choose different starting conditions such as population, resources, or events and disasters. So yeah, there are disasters in this game, things like I would imagine flooding and fires, and events like what you'd imagine in Frostpunk, where somebody wants to I don't know, have better housing by a certain date, or possibly like go out on their own exploration adventure, and it could end poorly, or it could have great benefits for your colony. Who knows? Alright, let's go ahead and get started with Aquatico.
We were bound for the stars, but the stars had other plans for us. Our cities were bright. We were walking in the sunlight. And then Nimrod struck. Arriving from the stars, the asteroid obliterated our world. Radiation spread, the climate changed, and sea levels increased. The oceans were our demise, but now they're a chance for survival. Beneath the waves, we will find a new home, and you will be there to build it.
Alright, select the marked sponge collector for a boost. Yeah, there we go. There's the upgrade. Perfect. Select and place a plastics factory on the seabed and connect your plastics factory to the existing pipeline. Okay. Well, I guess we'll build that somewhat near here. And back to our pipeline again. Build it right about here. There we go. Alright, harvest the designated area for sponges. So now we're going to gather stone, iron, and plastic. Oh, that's interesting. Clear buildings and resources is also where we'll be gathering things. Very interesting. But we don't want to do it where our facility is. We want to do it like over here. What do we got for resources? Click here to move the camera to the marked location. They give us a specific location for it. Ah, research time. Look at all the research available. Tidal turbines, oxygen generators, subsurface bases, trade depots, iron mines, tool factories, pet feeders. Now we're getting lavish. Decorative trees, unions, and more. Wow, there is a lot of research. Holy crap. Wow. Concert halls, seafood diner. Jeez. Getting lavish. Oh, we can rename our settlement at any time. Cool. Alright, let's go with the tidal turbine then, all the way back at the start. That'll take 5 days of research. That is awesome. A great amount of research. That's really cool. Let's see if we can also clean up that pipeline a little bit. There we go. Driving us crazy. There we go. Oh, we get resources back. That's nice. Cool. Nice and tidy now. Alright, so now we're waiting for the construction to complete again of the plastics factory. And we're also researching the tidal turbine, and that'll power these facilities too. At least some of them. Research complete. We'll go on ×2. Let's see what else we can build. So we've got domes, public buildings, production buildings, food production, and security, which includes a guardhouse, a defense platform, and also a torpedo platform too. Oh boy, what the hell's going to attack us that we need a torpedo platform? We're going to need a bigger boat, if you know what I mean. And maintenance depots under infrastructure, and also navigation signs. Underwater sign that eases navigation, increasing the speed of drones and mechs. It's pretty cool, man. Here comes a drone now. Looks like it's carrying a hay bale. What is that? It's, oh, sea sponges, of course. Select and place a dome on the seabed. Oh, wow. Pretty. Birds. Alright, let's go ahead and build the small dome for human living. I love the idea of this, too, by the way. A small footprint for a support structure underneath it and a larger area to live above. So that way we can maximize the space by basically building up in the sky, essentially, or at a shallower depth. Let's go ahead and build that right over here. That'll be nice. Boom. Alright, so now we need to wait for construction to complete of both those structures. So it looks like an elevator that will raise and lower people down from the dome, where we can build housing in that dome. We can actually build custom housing in there, so it'll basically be a blank floor, a blank canvas for us to build buildings within, and then people can go to the ocean floor to go to work and other things that they need. Pretty cool. And now the dome should be constructed. Ah, there we go. So now we can place 2 homes inside. So this is the dome, to which will house humanity. Pretty cool. Alright, let's build a few homes here. I think we'll start up in the corner. And we'll just build them side by side. Open up the research screen and research oxygen generators. That's going to be important too. After that, there's a battery factory, decorative banners, drone factories, and an oil Imperium combo. Sounds like a burger. Alright, let's go ahead and build ourselves a tidal generator. A tidal turbine. And this more than likely will have to be connected to the buildings for its power production. So let's plop that down about there. And we'll connect the pipeline. Right about there should do. Now we're going to have to build a few of these to start with until we get access to something like nuclear power. If there's radioactivity under the water, there could be uranium. We might be able to mine that up for a nuclear facility. I haven't seen all the power options just yet, but it certainly would be cool to have something other than just tidal turbines. Wow, furniture factories too. Glassworks, quartz mine. Oh yeah, quarries. Solar power is also a thing. Sand collector, concrete factories. There we go. Nuclear plant right there. A powerhouse that uses uranium to produce large quantities of electrical energy. Got quite a big footprint on there, too. Love that. They give you details on what a building will require for its upkeep, its construction, and also its footprint, so you can get a quick idea of where you might be able to place it. 18 by 22 on that one. And the oxygen generator, a 12 by 14. All right, let's go ahead and put that somewhere over by the power, I suppose. There we go. And we'll connect that to the grid as well. Perfect. All right, tidal generator's almost done. Oh, that's really cool. And the oxygen generator going up next. All right, connect the dome, tidal turbine, oxygen generator, and fuel refinery with a single pipeline system. Okay. So... oh, that's perfect. Oh, and you can see a little piping coming out there. It reminds me of in Surviving Mars, when you build close to things, it'll put a small wire just showing it coming from the main line. All right, so we're short on oxygen, so that's why we're building the oxygen generator, and boom, plus 89 now. Very nice. All right, open up the research screen and go for batteries. That's what drones will use for getting around, so we definitely need to make one of those. Oh, there's a leak in the pipeline. Oh, no. Let's click on the leak and repair socket. Alright, so we're going to have to monitor our pipeline system too. I guess maybe that's intended then to have one pipeline, so maintenance and monitoring is minimal. Okay. Still seems like a better idea to have redundancies. But it's just for simplicity. You can see it all there though. Oxygen and power all going through there, as well as fuel. Seems dangerous, Smiley. Alright, let's speed it up again. Wait for that research to come in for the battery factory next. Wow, look at these structures. Looks like a casino from the future. Restricted area banner there. Warning, authorized personnel only. Love the details on the buildings. That's cool. Alright, so it is now time to build the battery factory. I guess we'll build that down by the power facility. And I don't know about you, but I do try to like to build an organized base as best I can. Hard to do the first time you're playing a game because you're just learning, but the more you play, the more you learn. This marks the end of the step-by-step tutorial. As the final word of advice, watch out for the notification and warnings in the... oh, okay, thanks for the... wow, the tutorial really had to go. He's got somewhere to be. He's got other people to teach. Okay, thank you, tutorial. As a final word of advice, I've got to go. See ya. Good luck, YouTuber. You'll be fine. Okay, thanks. Alright, so sponge collector's working, gatherer's place. Certainly seems like a good idea to upgrade those. Let's go ahead and continue to upgrade some of these things. Plastic, we've got plenty of that. And let's go with big baskets. Plus 20 production, that's crazy. And another worker slot here. Oh, workers en route from HQ. Does that mean that they're coming down to the dome finally to live? I'm looking for a large sub or something that might be coming in. Alright, well, we've got buildings being constructed here. Battery factory's almost done, so the drones will be operational. Workers coming soon, it said. Okay, that's a notice that they'll be arriving shortly. Ah, we only have the two people that we saw at the beginning, 2 engineers. So there's probably engineers and also workers. New people have arrived at your colony. New Atlantis HQ has sent them to assist us with our daily tasks. We should put them to good use as soon as possible. Accept them. So we have workers and... we have adults, children, family, people on expedition, total homes, empty, and then classes. So we have engineers or specialists. Okay. Pay attention to the red notification and resolve those issues as soon as possible. We're going to need some more electricity. So back to... that's under production buildings, yep. Tidal turbine. I don't think stacking these on top of each other is a bad thing. Doesn't look like there's any productivity loss if they're near each other, so that's good. We can make it nice and organized. There we go. Alright, that should solve the power problem, and we should have people living in the dome now. Ah, there they go. People got their own homes. Very nice. And we can see everything inside. We can change the colors of that. We can see their luxury goods, education. Oh, this is their approval rating for all of these things. So they may want religion, healthcare, basic goods, luxury, environment settings. So that's all about decoration and whatnot. Looks like 4 people can live in a home too. So we should have housing for 4 more. And I guess they must come at random. Or maybe via events. Maybe there'll be a disaster where a colony nearby suffers a fault and it's on us to try to house them or something. Alright, buildings are having some trouble, so we're making more power. Each of these turbines also produces a total of 80 per year. Interesting. Well, it's August, so we're going to have to get ready to survive the winter that's coming. Let's reorient that. So no matter what we build, power has to be first, otherwise we will not be able to complete that. Is there a way to delete that without selecting this? No. Demolish buildings. Build a turbine. Nice. And back, oh yeah, back to piping. Right about there. Perfect. Alright, we're going to need a lot more plastic, so let's bump up that plastic facility. So we can optimize that, or we can increase production. That's what we'd like to do instead. Sponges, we have 102, so let's increase that again. Yep, let's get those plastic numbers up. We still need to find iron and more stone, so we can try to find that with the manual gathering. Now it looks like we can't select a full area. We kind of have to scan for it like that. Hopefully there's an easier way to detect that. I don't see... It's kind of hard to tell one rock from another, honestly. This could be the easiest way. Oh, it looks like it's this here. Okay, still sometimes hard to see. Alright, residence tab. Wow, we can take a look at everybody in the colony, as well as their names and information about them, their idle, how old they are. Interesting. Fuel refinery and oil platform are going well. A new wave of drones has arrived at the colony, +3. Alright, so now we're up to 15 drones. So that battery factory is important. Efficiency is 100%. Upkeep plastic and electricity. Ah, looks like it takes plastics. You'd think it would take plastic and also metal to make a battery. Ah, yes, the expedition center too. We can go out on big O expeditions and explore a lot more. That's cool. Oil platforms, plastic turbines. These are a lot of things we've already built. Well, let's do some more research then. And that is here. Alright, we could do a Sea Hunter's Lodge or a plastification combo. Plastic factory in proximity of drone factory gains 10% productivity bonus. Ah, these are like, not necessarily buildings, but more like, these are kind of like perks that we can research too. Fuel refinery in proximity of oil platform gains 10% productivity. Well, that's a good one. We've kind of already done that, so there is bonuses for building structures pretty much next to each other. And there's your proximity, so boom, we will get the bonus. Excellent. Cool. Can we queue research? Let's see. Let's go with drone factory next. Ah, we cannot. Alright, looks like we cannot do that. So drone factory will be the next thing we construct, and that'll be good with the battery factory that we've already constructed. Take a look at jobs. We have no other human jobs needed, but we did do automatically assign, so there is somebody working at the battery factory. We've got somebody at the oil rig, gatherer drone, and the fuel refinery drone. I'm not sure if people have to operate those drones or if they're fully autonomous. My guess would be that they are fully autonomous. But maybe there'll be a building that somebody will have to operate to increase drone efficiency. Maybe a human monitoring can make sure that there's less issues somehow. Who knows? Ooh, more birds. Pretty. Alright, let's do the drone factory. 7 days, 50 credits. Credits, I can imagine, are probably earned by making sales and or trades. So we can either sell internally or we can export goods to other colonies and help them to survive too. And get a little bit of bonus for it. Now there's some more materials there. Let's keep everybody busy on getting those materials ASAP. There we go. Looks like they're always on the edge of a cliff too, or pretty close to it. So that might be a good rule of thumb to look for that stuff. But there is still some here. Let's continue to gather until we've got our own iron mine going. Alright, research is complete on the drone factory. Let's do a sea hunter's launch for more food, or an underwater field. Let's do both. Hunting and farming. Now, we'll need more people here more than likely before we do those things, so we'll have to be at a little bit of a limit for how much we produce at the start. Looks like it'll take 20 iron to make that drone factory. If a depot or warehouse is too far away from a production building, there could be a problem supplying the production facility with required resources. Looks like we'll be able to build warehouses for resupply. Build a drone factory there. Funny how the battery factory is bigger than the drone factory. There we go. Another connection complete. And this is needing more sponges and fuel. So we need more sponges to be delivered and or more frequently. Building radius would increase its efficiency even more. But it's not that we need more sponges, we just need them delivered. We'll have to think of a way to do that. Maybe more drones. And the drones are delivering that stuff for the construction site. So they'll probably deliver that soon for the plastics factory. But that's the whole purpose of building the drone factory. We'll be able to make more drones and thus more productivity. We got a lot going on though. Cool looking buildings. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit. Workers en route from HQ. Alright, let's build some more. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let's build some more houses. Wanted to make sure we couldn't build anything else to house our people. New people have arrived. New Atlantis HQ sent teams to assist us with daily tasks. We should put them to use. I agree. Wow. There's a whole separate tab for this. So for the dome itself, we have the option for housing, public buildings such as trade companies, hospitals, concert halls, universities. That's where we build those things on these domes too. So everything that produces has to be built on the ocean floor, so industrial buildings. But up here, this is where we build our movie theaters, our restaurants. Look at that, a perfume shop. Lavish, absolutely lavish. End of the world, but we're more concerned with, well, clothing makes sense, but jewelry and perfume, software, gold and diamonds, and a network provider. Comcast survived the end of the world? Oh my god. It is an apocalyptic city builder. Dear God. Let's see, restaurants, sushi bars, pubs. Oh! We got a Wendy's. Okay, maybe it's not so bad after all. Got a fast food joint, pubs, sushi bars. Alright, maybe it's not so bad. And we can also build different types of homes too, which look like they are possibly able to maybe house more people or make them happier. Let's build 2 more homes. Oh, a cable car. Ooh. Manage cable car connections between domes. Ah, that reminds me of SimCity 2013, the Cities of Tomorrow DLC, where you could build highways up above, so people can easily connect from one dome to another. So you can make your housing dome, you can make your services dome, you can make like your restaurant dome. So you could have one for houses, one for universities and hospitals, and another one for all the fun. The Wendy's and the pubs and the Comcasts. So yeah, so fun. All right, let's finish those buildings. So how are those built exactly? Let's take a look. I'm assuming that maybe perhaps one of those mechs will come up here in the elevator and bring materials, but we'll see. HQ is sending us materials to help in the initial steps of building the colony. 400 plastic. Well, that's good. And no space in stock. Hopefully we can build more drones then, or we could do upgrades. I want to take a look and see who builds those homes. Looks like a drone will just fly up here, so they have the ability to hover too. So the drones are capable of coming up the elevators from underwater and building. Interesting. Alright. Is there anything for storage that we can build yet? Clothing shops. That makes sense. Property tax. We're researching property tax before warehousing? Well, let's research the prerequisite. Oh, it's December of year 1. The winter is upon us. Will we be able to survive? Ah, there it is. A depot. That's what we're looking for. So under public buildings. That's what we want. Let's put a depot in between these structures, because they all need upkeep. So we'll put a depot there to try to share the connection. And it looks like if a building does not have the blue dots around it, it does not need connection to the main pipeline, so they're self-sufficient buildings. So we'll build some more of those. So that was researched earlier. Trade port, expedition house, rescue center, and a warehouse. So that's even bigger than the initial depot. Rescue center, that's interesting. Is that, looks like it searches for survivors on the surface. Rescued people are considered legal immigrants and can automatically join your colony. Ah, so it's like a recruiting center or like a immigration office, except it's trying to go to the surface in a submarine or something and trying to bring people underwater. Survivors of the destroyed Earth. Underwater fields are a great but expensive way of producing basic food. Harvesting them comes once a year, as the seaweeds, for example, need a year to grow. Wow, interesting. Let's see. Click to open stock panel. So this thing has a capacity of 2,500, and we're full on 1,492. Columbus? Okay. Go ahead and build another one. Seems like a good idea to just put general storage up here, since productivity buildings need pipelines and all sorts of stuff going to them. And has the housing problem been solved? Looks like we need even more homes. I guess we'll just build them all around the outer ring. We could get more people at random, so a good idea to just build more than we need. HQ could send anybody at any time. Or there could be another event to bring more survivors. We're at 7 people in total. 15 drones. We have 3 influence points. Man, there is a lot to unpack here in this game. These are probably made for enacting laws. There must be a way to enact policies or things of that nature. Very cool. Subsurface Base 1, directives. There it is. That's probably... Yep, that's where we spend our influence points. So that's what property tax will be for. So government policies, production policies, and society policies. Things like income tax, plastic age, clinic care, fast food influence. Oh, thank God. We've been saved. We've been saved. Energy amplifiers, market taxes. Okay. Sounds like fun. And bonuses too, no directive inactive. So this will give you a brief of everything you got active. But hey, we can activate quite a few directives too. We'll just need to research them. So I guess we'll start with clothing shop to make people happier. We'll get to all this other stuff later. We got plenty of cash for now. Some things are a little light Alright, how's our numbers looking? Certainly could use more... batteries are good. A lot of things are okay for now, but definitely farming. Let's build that... what was it? The Hunter? Sub-Hunter? What was it called? Not sure exactly where that building could be. Food production, that makes sense. Sea Hunter, that's what it is. And also the underwater farm. So let's build a farm. If a depot or warehouse is too far away, the harvesting could take too long. Ah, okay. Oh, there we go. Resources are being delivered from HQ. Oh, that's cool. It's like a submarine barge. Things are stored on top of it. That could be the stuff from HQ. So they're telling us not to build a farm too far from a depot. Minimum size is 12 by 12. I'm not sure if the larger facility takes more workers. Or if it takes workers at all. Let's build the biggest facility we can, though. Fertility is 98%, so that's pretty darn good. And we can also see... HQ sent us drones. We can also see fertility here. So this green spot's a pretty good spot to build. Let's also do the Sea Hunter's Lodge. That does need connection to a pipeline. And work efficiency at 100% here. Fisherman's Hub. So a Sea Hunter is different than a fisherman. Ah, Sea Hunter will look for sharks. Fisherman, of course, for fish. And it looks like it'll just work anywhere, and it's self-sustaining. Put it over here. Looks like there could be a bonus for this building. So, we'll just put it down for now. And let's connect our fishing club. There we go. Assign marine culture. Seaweed. Ah, we can also grow sea cucumbers here too. Well, we'll get a little bit more food. Maybe we should go for the less days. Just a little less food. Alright, so now we're growing sea cucumbers here. Oh, we can even see a drone doing the planting. Oh, is it actually... Wow, it's actually cultivating the field. We're cultivating the ocean floor. Imagine that. That is cool. Very cool. Uh-oh. Oh, insufficient fuel. Okay. Well, let's boost that production. Let's go through the... Gotta get those numbers up. Them's rookie numbers. Let's get it going. And let's boost production of the fuel refinery, too. Alright, we're gonna have to make tools at some point, so that'll require a blacksmith or something. Allows comprehensive upgrade of the subsurface base. That's the subsurface base 2. Upgraded center will provide 2,000 additional credits per year and have a capacity of 1,500 and increase the maximum influence points to 5. That's interesting. So we'll get money by default. We have a budget coming in from HQ in addition to our own trading. A little allowance from HQ ain't bad, but that's not going to be everything. Do we have all workers assigned? Idle workers 6. Alright, so let's go ahead and assign a few more workers to do things. Another worker here. Production is reduced due to the lack of upkeep resources from the connected pipeline. So we need more fuel. So we could build another fuel pump. Oil platform. And it looks like building next to another one doesn't necessarily... It's not necessarily a bad thing. 100% if we build here. OCD alert. Credits 800. Thank you, HQ. Sending us a little allowance. There we go. That adds a little flavor. Alright, so we need more crude oil pumping in, so we're building our second oil platform. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of looking at these numbers. A really similar system to Anno 1800 with input and output that way, or just Anno in general, but also giving me a lot of feel of Subnautica with building some of these structures, like the farm and whatnot, but also like Soma, like in that game, what it would have been like to build the initial base under the ocean on the floor, and you know, building all sorts of different geothermal plants and cruise quarters, maintenance bays, and ways to transport cargo back and forth. Are those dolphins? Wow. Can we click on them? We cannot. Now, it'd be interesting if we could actually mine resources like this. At the opening here, we saw the large ship. It'd be cool if we could actually mine things like that. There does seem to be a debris pile nearby where we can gather resources too, but again, it would be cool if we could actually find giant, previously destroyed bases, submarines, cargo ships or whatnot. A lot of iron on board those. Maybe not good, but certainly would be a welcomed resource. Alright, cool. Now we're producing enough crude oil again to make enough fuel. Looks like we're going to need oxygen again, so instead of building a new facility, we'll just do a production boost. And that'll increase our production to plus 28. Wonder if there's a way to actually store oxygen. Seems like it has to be a constant flow. We can't actually store it like in Surviving Mars. Looks like we can also increase the inventory space of the depot. So everything almost has an upgrade. Everything has, like, pretty much everything has an upgrade to where it can be more productive, have less upkeep, and employ more workers, which is also another level of productivity without really costing too much. It'll be like a permanent upgrade, probably a big upgrade. And that's cool to see all these submarines coming around. So we got the HQ bringing us all sorts of different materials. Well, we survived our first winter. It's coming on to March, now April, so we'll be approaching the late spring and early summer months. Water temperature is at 14. Oh, you can actually click to change the temperature. Oh, that's cool. 53 Fahrenheit or 12 Celsius. Not bad. Not bad for March. Very good. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for our first look at Aquatico, out now on Steam. If you want to check it out again, link it down below in the description. But this only scratches the surface of this game, and quite a good game. So we're going to play it quite a bit more on the channel, so make sure you check it out for live streams and more. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this game down below, and other city builders that you want to see on the channel. Thanks again everybody for watching. This is certainly a fun one, and I can't wait to get more in depth into Aquatico. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.